Did you know that the story of human migration might be completely wrong? Recent AI-driven analysis of ancient DNA is flipping the script on what we thought we knew about our ancestors' journeys. From the frozen tundras of Siberia to the sun-baked deserts of Africa, scientists are extracting genetic material from bones thousands of years old. This isn't just dusty history, it's a revolution in understanding who we are and where we came from, powered by algorithms that sift through massive datasets with precision humans can't match. Traditional theories posited a straightforward out-of-Africa model, with Homo sapiens leaving the continent around 60,000 years ago and spreading linearly. But AI is revealing complexities. By processing vast genomic data from remains like those of Denisovans, it's uncovering multiple waves of migration and backflows. These insights come from machine learning models that identify subtle patterns in genetic variations, patterns that elude even the sharpest human eyes, forcing us to rethink timelines and interactions between ancient populations. Consider the Neanderthals. We once thought interbreeding was minimal, but AI analysis of DNA from Croatian cave remains shows it's more extensive than imagined. Algorithms detect Neanderthal genes in modern Eurasians, influencing traits like immunity and skin pigmentation. This isn't random. AI clusters data to map how these genes flowed through populations over millennia, suggesting not just encounters but sustained interactions that shaped our genetic makeup in ways we're only now decoding. In Asia, ancient DNA from Siberian remains is rewriting the peopling of the Americas. AI models, crunching data from 10,000-year-old skeletons, indicate multiple migration pulses across the Bering Land Bridge, not a single event. These analyses reveal genetic links to unexpected groups, like Australian Aboriginals, hinting at circuitous routes. By simulating population dynamics, AI predicts how climate and geography influence these movements, providing a dynamic view of history. Static maps can't capture. Europe's story gets a makeover too. DNA from Yamnaya steppe herders, analyzed via AI, shows they weren't just invaders but genetic melting pots. Machine learning identifies admixture events with local farmers, explaining the spread of Indo-European languages. This granular analysis, processing thousands of SNPs, uncovers how diseases and adaptations traveled with them, painting a picture of migration as a complex web of alliances, conflicts, and exchanges, rather than simple conquests. Africa itself holds surprises. AI scrutiny of DNA from Ethiopian highlands remains suggests back migrations from Eurasia, introducing new genes millennia ago. Algorithms detect these inflows by comparing against global databases, revealing how trade routes and conquests looped genetics back to the cradle of humanity. This challenges the unidirectional model, showing migration as a bidirectional force that continuously reshaped populations in subtle, profound ways we're just beginning to quantify. The role of AI can't be overstated. It's not just faster, it's smarter. Deep learning networks trained on vast genomic libraries can predict missing data from degraded samples, filling gaps in ancient DNA. This interpolation allows reconstructions of entire genomes from fragments, unveiling migration events lost to time. For instance, in analyzing Australian indigenous remains, AI has traced unexpected links to South Asian populations, suggesting maritime voyages predating known histories. One breakthrough involves the ghost populations, ancient groups with no surviving descendants but detectable in DNA echoes. AI identifies these phantoms by anomaly detection in genetic data from places like the Amazon. It reveals contributions from unknown hominins to modern genomes, implying migrations and interbreedings that rewrite family trees. This method, akin to forensic sleuthing, turns scant remains into narratives of lost worlds and forgotten journeys. Climate change's impact on migrations is clarified through AI. By integrating paleoclimate data with genetic timelines, models simulate how ice ages funneled humans through corridors. Analysis of Greenland ice core DNA shows how populations adapted or perished, with survivors carrying genes that AI links to modern resilience traits. This fusion of disciplines, powered by computation, provides predictive insights into how future climates might drive human movements anew. Ethical considerations arise with this tech. AI analysis of ancient DNA raises questions about indigenous rights and data ownership. For example, Sequencing Native American remains without consent has sparked debates. Algorithms must be designed with bias checks to avoid misinterpreting data through modern lenses. As we rewrite history, ensuring diverse voices shape the narrative is crucial, turning potential pitfalls into opportunities for inclusive storytelling. Looking to Oceania, AI dissects DNA from Lapita pottery makers, revealing rapid expansions across Pacific islands. Machine learning traces back to Taiwanese origins, but with twists, admixtures from Melanesians en route. This details a seafaring saga of innovation and adaptation, where genetics show how small groups colonized vast oceans, influencing everything from language to agriculture in ways traditional archaeology couldn't fully capture. In the Middle East, crossroads of continents, AI analysis of Levantine remains uncovers layers of migrations. From Natufians to Persians, algorithms layer genetic strata, showing how empires blended peoples. This reveals health impacts, like disease resistances gained from mixing, providing lessons for today's globalized world. By quantifying these ancient fusions, AI helps predict genetic health trends in modern populations descended from these hubs. South America's narrative evolves with AI. DNA from Andean mummies shows not just Inca expansions, but earlier, unsuspected influxes from the north and possibly trans-Pacific contacts. Machine learning detects these by anomaly hunting and allele frequencies, suggesting voyages that predated Columbus by millennia. This enriches our view of pre-Columbian complexity, highlighting innovative societies that thrived through genetic diversity. AI's predictive power extends to simulating alternative histories. What if a migration wave failed? Models run scenarios based on ancient DNA, showing how bottlenecks shaped diversity. For instance, in analyzing European plague victims' genetics, AI infers pre-plague populations, revealing lost diversity and how survivors' genes influence today's immunities. This isn't speculation. It's data-driven insight into evolutionary what-ifs. The integration of AI with archaeology is seamless. Tools like convolutional neural networks classify bone fragments for DNA viability before extraction. This efficiency accelerates discoveries, as seen in Egyptian tomb analyses revealing sub-Saharan admixtures in pharaohs. Such findings debunk purity myths, showing Egypt as a genetic mosaic influenced by migrations across the Nile and beyond, reshaping African history. In East Asia, AI unravels the Denisovan mystery. DNA from Tibetan plateau remains shows high-altitude adaptations inherited from these enigmatic cousins. Algorithms map how these genes spread via migrations, aiding survival in harsh environments. This not only fills gaps in human evolution, but also informs modern medicine, like treatments for hypoxia, directly linking ancient wanderings to contemporary health solutions. Global databases grow, fueled by AI. Projects like the 1,000 genomes expand to include ancient samples, with machine learning harmonizing datasets. This reveals pan-continental migration patterns, such as African genes in unexpected places like Scandinavia via Roman eras. Such connections underscore humanity's interconnectedness, challenging isolationist views and promoting a unified story of shared ancestry through data-driven evidence. Challenges persist. Contamination in ancient DNA. AI combats this with error correction models, distinguishing true signals from noise. Applied to Ice Age European samples, it clarifies mammoth hunter migrations, showing links to Asian steppe peoples. This precision refines timelines, proving earlier arrivals and more fluid movements than previously thought, enhancing our grasp of Paleolithic dynamics. Future prospects excite. Quantum computing could supercharge AI, analyzing petabytes of genetic data instantaneously. Imagine reconstructing full migration movies from DNA. Already, in pilot studies on Mesopotamian remains, it's hinting at cradle-of-civilization migrations that seeded agriculture worldwide. This tech promises to not just rewrite history, but animate it, making the past vividly accessible. Interdisciplinary synergy shines. AI combines with linguistics to correlate genetic migrations with language spreads. In Indo-European studies, DNA from steppe burials matches linguistic roots, but with anomalies suggesting earlier divergences. This dual approach enriches narratives, showing how words and genes traveled together, or sometimes apart, in the grand tapestry of human expansion. Personal ancestry tests benefit too. Commercial AI refines results using ancient baselines, revealing migration stories in your DNA. Users discover unsuspected heritages, like Viking traces in Irish genomes from raids. This democratizes history, turning abstract migrations into personal journeys, fostering a deeper connection to our collective past through individualized genetic insights. Conservation implications emerge. AI predicts how ancient migrations inform biodiversity. Genetic data from extinct megafauna hunters shows human impacts on ecosystems during treks. This guides modern conservation, understanding how past movements altered landscapes, and how protecting genetic diversity in species mirrors our own migratory heritage's role in resilience. Art and culture reflect these shifts. AI-generated visuals from DNA data inspire exhibits, like virtual reality tours of ancient migrations. Museums use this to engage visitors, simulating journeys based on real genetics. This blends science with storytelling, making the rewriting of history not just informative but immersive and culturally resonant. Skepticism exists. Is AI overinterpreting data? Rigorous validation counters this, with peer-reviewed studies confirming findings, like Australian DNA links to India. By cross-verifying with archaeological evidence, AI builds robust cases, turning potential hype into solid science that steadily rewrites textbooks with each new ancient sample processed. Education transforms. Curricula incorporate AI-discovered migrations, teaching students dynamic history. Interactive apps let learners explore genetic paths, fostering critical thinking about human origins. This shifts from rote memorization to engaging with evidence, preparing a generation to appreciate the fluid, interconnected nature of our species' story. Finally, this AI revolution underscores unity. By revealing shared genetics from ancient migrations, it combats division, showing we're all products of the same wandering ancestors. As we decode more DNA, the message is clear. History isn't static. It's a living, evolving tale that AI helps us read, connecting us across time and space. One more twist. AI analysis of dog DNA parallels human migrations, showing coevolution. From Eurasian wolves to global breeds, genetics trace paths alongside humans. This adds layers to our story, illustrating how companionship influenced survival and spread, with algorithms uncovering synchronized timelines that enrich the narrative of mutual journeys through history.